All right, guys. So next I want to talk about the igniters that come with it, or the igniters for this kit. The ones that I got, and I think the only ones now that you can get from the website are the 6.5 foot igniters. They come in a bag, 20 in a box. The box was like $12. It's actually not a bad price. The type of igniter that they are talon igniters. So these are ones that have a clip. So you and it shows you in all the instructions. But you open the clip, insert the fuse through that little hole right there, and if you see, there's a really thin wire. That wire actually heats up when you trigger the cue, and that's what will light the firework. So these are single use igniters, and again, they are 6.5 foot wide. I've got my app set up here. This is the home screen. I'm going to go back to the modules, and you can see that they're all gray. That's because nothing is plugged into my controller. Once I plug it in, like we'll plug it in to 1. Once we plug it in and it sits in there firmly, if you watch on the app, now it goes to green. That green tells me that we have continuity, and that if I were to press that fire 1, it would shoot off. This is a nice upgrade. The system, the 12Q system that I have had before this one, all the lights would light up. There was 4 Qs, like I was saying, on a block, and the lights would light up. And then once you plugged in a Q, you would see that light get a little bit brighter, and that's the only way you could tell if it was actually on, or if it was working, or if there was continuity. With this, it's a no-brainer, because yes, I see it. It's up there. It's green. It works perfect. The other nice thing is I'm going to unplug it now, and it takes it a second, but if we watch, it goes from green back to the gray, like it just did. And you can plug these igniters in either facing down or facing up. So like this one I have plugging in, I have it facing up. I'll take a different igniter and I'll have it facing down. It doesn't really matter, kind of depending on where your firework's going. But once you have them in, if you look back to your modules, it'll tell you now I have 2 fireworks in, or I have 2 Qs in, so potentially I can shoot off 2 fireworks at this time. Another nice thing about this, I'm going to take off that 1 Q, so now we should just show 1. Just show 1, okay. Is if for whatever reason that little bit of filament that I showed you is not working, or it's broken, or if it's disconnected, so I'm going to quick break it. So now I broke it, like say this was already fired, or it came broke, or so. If it's not attached, if that filament's not attached, if you look, even though there's a Q in, it won't register. So the Q's still in, but because I broke that filament, it doesn't complete the circuit. And since the circuit's not complete, there you go. I was messing around with it. So it's in now, but that's because the circuit was complete. I pulled that off, so now that little piece of filament, that wire that was there, is no longer there. And because of that, it no longer registers on the app. So you can see it's not on there right now. So that's just another way to kind of test your continuity, even though you think this is a new one, or you think it's on there right, or say you do put it on there right and someone bumps it or moves it. If that filament does get broken, when you come back to look at your modules, it'll show that it's not set up, and you'll know that there's a problem. Either that it's not connected in all the way, or probably more likely that the filament itself is busted. So I hope that helps. And next, I want to get some fireworks, and let's see if it can read the USB or read the code on the back and get them into the system.